Hi guys, welcome to Fit for a Better Ride. I'm Cliff Delaney, and in the background we have Chansey and Mousy, and down here, which you can't see, is my little kitty cat Bella. We're going to do a live leg workout for horse riders, and I know I haven't been here in a while. Had a lot of stuff going on, and have been working on my other channel, Life with Horses TV. And yeah, I want to get back to this channel. I've gotten into some live videos just recently on my other channel, and I thought it might be kind of fun to do a live video here because they're so much easier, no editing involved, and I wanted to do a leg workout too. I haven't been real consistent with my workouts, and also I thought maybe coming here that'll help me to be a little more consistent and also give you guys some little workouts to do. One of my fitness clients at the gym was talking about she wanted to do 7-minute workouts, like, you know, things that she can do at home when she's not training with me. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. You know, maybe a little 10-minute leg workout would be fun to do on here. So I don't want to talk too much now. I kind of want to get into the workout. And the workout is something that I call a blast. And a blast is, or as many rounds as possible. That's another name for it. But 10 minutes. I have my Gym Boss timer here, and it's set for 10 minutes. And the goal is to do, I have 5 leg exercises, 10 reps on everything, and the goal is to do as many rounds. So you're going to go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and you keep doing that for 10 minutes. And you want to see how many rounds you can get done in 10 minutes. Of course, you always want to rest whenever you feel like you need to rest and take a break. You can stop and stretch if you want to. This is what I would consider more of a beginner, intermediate type workout. I haven't done legs in a while, so I'm probably going to feel this. I did have the reps higher, but I thought, no, let's make them a little bit lower. So if you haven't done legs in a while, if you're new to this, I figured 10 reps would be a good number on everything. And you can even take that number even lower. You can do 5 reps on everything if you want to. And this is going to hit the leg from every different angle. I think it's important to be in touch with your whole body when you're riding, and your energy and your thoughts, your attitude, and especially the legs when we ride. The legs, being in touch with the glutes, the inner thighs, the quads. It's good to have strong quads to post if you ride English, or calves, be in touch with your calves, and just every part of your lower body. So basically this is just, and I'll show this, but I think it's going to show up backwards to you guys. And I hope my mic is working. I have a mic on. I hope it's working. But everything's body weight, unless you want to make this a little bit harder. Then you can use dumbbells. I'm going to use just my body weight. And if you're beginner, you can drop the reps, drop everything to 5. If you've been, oh yay, thank you, we get a thumbs up. If you've been working out and you're pretty fit, you can increase the reps too if you want to. You can increase them to 20, or you can just leave them at 10, because if you're more fit, you should be able to get more rounds done. So I'm gonna do this for 10 minutes, 10 reps on everything, as many rounds as possible in the 10 minutes. Okay, body weight only for me. Choose if you want to use body weight or dumbbells. Okay, yay, another thumbs up. Hi guys. So yeah, I see there's 2 people on here now, yay. So I don't know if you guys got that. I'm just going to say it real quick, then we're going to get to the workout. I don't want to keep talking. But, oh, good. Don't show me up now. Susan is she says she's going to try to do it with me. So anybody else, comment if you want to do it with me. And I have my Gym Boss timer set for 10 minutes. So when we start the timer, and we're going to just go until it beeps. So again, well, I don't think I said the exercises. So the exercises, first exercise, walking lunges. Second exercise, one leg stiff-legged deadlifts. So walking lunges, you're just walking. You're trying not to set your foot down in between. If you have to, you can for balance, but not setting it down helps you to work a lot of different like muscles and stuff in your leg, and it works on your balance. So try not to set it down if you can. And to get, to get more out of it, try to get your knee to touch the ground if you can. The deeper you go, the more you're going to get your glutes into it. So you want to try to go all the way down. If you can't, just go as deep as you can. You can just go to here if you want to. Just use your own judgment. Go by your own fitness level. And one leg stiff leg deadlifts. You're going to try to picture rotating at just the glutes. You're going to keep both legs straight. One leg is going to come up like a lever, and you want to kind of try to think of like making a 90 degree angle. And I'm probably going to use my bench over here to do those, to hold on to something, but I'm not going to use any weight. You can hold a weight if you want to, but you're going to go down and come up. And the leg that's on the ground is the leg that you're working, the glutes and the hamstring. So this gets all this back here. So you're gonna come down and come back up. When you come up, you're trying to squeeze the glute at the top. And third exercise, squat jumps. So you're gonna do a squat and a jump. So you don't want to just think jump, you want to think squat first, back flat, squat, jump. The deeper you go on these two, the more of your lower body you're going to bring into it. The jump you're going to bring in your calves, the squat. And we might have a problem here. Can you see her? My kitty cat is getting in the way. But you're going to try to get as deep as you can. If you can only go here, that's fine. And then jump. If you can go nice and deep, you're going to really bring in your glutes and your hamstrings, especially when you're jumping up off the bottom. The fourth exercise is step ups. And I have a little bench here that I'm going to use for step ups. Anything that you can find to step up on is good. The higher the step, the more you're going to bring in your butt. And this is actually, I think, going to be pretty good for me. I have short legs, so I have to kind of reach up. So the higher, the more you're going to bring in hamstrings and glutes. You're going to feel quads too. So if it's a little bit shorter, you're mainly going to feel quads and not this as much. So kind of adjust your step to what you want to feel and also your fitness level. It's high. The higher you get, the harder it's going to be. And the last thing is single calf raise. And I have my little concrete block over there for that. So we're just going to do one calf at a time and then we'll switch. So 10 reps on each side. And like I said, 10 reps on everything. So, and I didn't see if anybody had any questions or anything. So does anybody have any questions before we start? And I'm probably going to be winded, so don't laugh at me. Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, I thought so. I wanted things that kind of hit everything, every part of the leg, and yeah, that weren't too super hard or challenging. So, okay, I'm kind of nervous. Are we ready? Are we ready to start? And I wonder if I can scoot this way just a little bit more. Okay. We can do this, yes. Okay. Are we ready? And I'll remind you guys as we're going what we're gonna do. And, you know, if you go past me, you know, you don't have to stay with me. Go at your own fitness level. So, lunges are first. Okay, I'm gonna set this down over here. Get a drink of water. And you should kind of be warmed up a little bit. I should have talked about that too. So maybe just move your legs around, do some jumping jacks, jog in place, get your lower body warmed up. I'm kind of warmed up because I'm outside, the sun's out, it's a nice day today. So are we ready? Okay, first up, lunges. I'm gonna get my timer here. I'm gonna not let it beep in the microphone. And we have 10 minutes and 10 reps. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do 5 up and 5 back. Okay, and here we go, 10. I'm ending with my right leg, so when I turn, I'm going to start with my left leg to make sure that they're even. And I lost count on that because I was thinking, make sure you have stretch pants on. If you're wearing jeans, these are stretch pants. Okay, next up, the single leg deadlift. So we're going to do 10 on each side. When you come up, you're going to squeeze your glute. When you stretch down, you're going to feel a stretch in the back of your hamstring. If you're feeling a stretch in the back of your knee, and oh shoot, I forgot to count. How many is that? About 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're feeling a stretch in the back of your knee, you're trying to force it down too low. So don't go down quite as far. Oh wait, I already did that one. I should have done this is 2. Okay, I'm not gonna talk. 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to keep your back flat. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Yeah, if you need to use something to hold on to, just make sure you're not pulling yourself up with it. Just use it for balance. Squat jumps are next. Try to go as deep as you can. 1, 2. 10. Whew. Okay. Step ups here. We're gonna do 10 total step ups. You're always gonna have a foot on the bench. So that's 1, 2, 3, 9 and 10. Whew. See, I told you I was going to be breathing heavy. Single calves. We have 10 on each side. Whoa, okay, wait. Let's turn this way. Okay. I remember that in another video I made. Okay, 10 reps. 1, stretch all the way down, all the way up. 2, 3, 9, and 10. If you're listening to my breathing, the exhale is going to be on the way up, the inhale is on the way down. Okay. When you get to the top, you want to make sure that you squeeze your calf at the top. Feel the stretch on the way down. I think that's 5, 6, 7, and 10. Okay, that's round 1. I'm going to mark this down as we go so I don't forget. 1. We're back to, let me see, anybody have any questions? Any questions? Okay, I'll catch it on the way back. I'm going to go this way first. 1, 2, 3, hope that doesn't look too big. 4, and 5. I ended with my left leg. Let's start with my right leg. 1, 2, 3. Any questions? 4, and 5. Any questions? Any questions? No. Okay. Next up, 1 leg stiff-legged deadlifts. Focus on the squeeze in the glute when you come up. You'll feel the stretch in the hamstring when you go down. I think that's 3. Get this back leg nice and high. It's kind of like you're trying to reach something and pick up off the ground without bending your legs. I think that's 9. 10. And we're going to switch sides. I'm reaching down to pick up a piece of hay. I think that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Squat jumps is next. Remember, if you can't go all the way down, that's good. That's okay. Just do what you can. So I'm going to show you from the side. Squat. You always want to keep your chin up, back flat or arched. You don't want to lean forward this way. Sometimes we can trick ourselves by going this way and you're really not getting deep. It seems like you're going down deep because you're forward, but you want to bring this back and squat this down. That's 1. This is 8. I'm feeling the burn already. 9, 10. Whew. Oh man. Are you guys doing this with me? Whew. I'm feeling my quads after that one. Okay, step ups, 10 reps. Six, 8, 9, 10. Make sure that whatever you're stepping onto, that you're getting your whole foot on the platform. Especially if it's something wobbly like this. You don't want to tip over. So yeah, calf raises. Last one. 10. Whew. Chancey's trying to help. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. 5, 6, and 10. That's 2 rounds. Let's see how we're doing on time. Anybody have any questions? Oh, we got 1 minute left. Okay, let's try to get as much done as we can. Lunges. Yeah, good. Oh, good. Me too. I'm gonna go across this way for these so you can see side view. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, I'm feeling my quads a lot. Probably gonna get sore from this. Okay. This is 7. The exhale is on the way up. I think this is 9 and 10. I'm going to go ahead and finish this other side here. Inhale on the way down. Exhale as you come up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And 10. Okay, so we'll count that as 2 rounds and 2 exercises out of the 5. So, whew. I'm a little bit out of shape. Oh, yay, another thumbs up, another person, hi. Do we want to go ahead and finish the rest of the exercises? Or do we want to be done? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Susan. Yes, please, you want to finish? Okay. We got a yes we're going to finish the rest of them. So next up is squat jumps. That gave me a little bit of time to catch my breath. Oh, my biceps are so small right now. Like I said, I haven't been consistent, but yeah, but I have been dieting, and doing the keto diet, mainly keto now kind of / carnivore. And, I'm down, actually I was my lightest weight today. So I started that in April. I was 100 and, oh, cool. Yeah, I love it because I love keto. It, oh, for 2 years? Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah, I've just been doing it since April, and I was 122, the worst shape of my life, and a lot of things had happened, and I was 108.6 this morning. That's my lightest that I've been in a while. So yeah, my weight just kind of crept up. Wasn't really working out that much. Well, kind of none for a little while. And then I would try and just couldn't get consistent. Couldn't get consistent with my dieting. And oh, thank you. I'm pretty happy with the way I'm looking now. For a while, I wasn't. I was kind of sad and depressed, and you know, it shouldn't really be about the way that you look, but it does affect our moods and our attitudes, I a certain degree. But I learned to focus on other parts of myself and be okay, and with where I was. And then I finally got to the point where I was ready to do something about it. And if you would have asked me the beginning of the year about keto, I would have said no. It goes against everything that I ever learned. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I've been a personal fitness trainer for 33 years, competed for, oh yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. You look really good. Yeah, it's hard to stay consistent. I stayed consistent for a long time. I competed for 11 years and yeah, was pretty hardcore. Got my pro card in 1996. So if you looked up Clifton Coulter on YouTube, you'll see some footage back then when I competed. And yeah, that helped me to stay consistent because I had a goal. I was trying to get my pro card. It took me 11 years to get my pro card, but I finally got it. I still worked out for a long time. After that was pretty consistent. And once I got horses in 2005, it kind of started going downhill just a little bit. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Susan said she's seen them. It's like so weird for me to see them now because it's like a whole another lifetime ago. Okay. And this sun's probably not doing me justice. I'm not in good lighting. But I am, like I said, it's like I want to start doing workouts on here like this. And I'll hopefully help all of us and help me to, just come out here and do my workouts. When I'm at the gym training people, when I'm done, I just kind of want to leave. And yeah, but I do want to get back now that I've lost some weight. Yes, that's true. Your body does remember and it comes back quickly. So I guess I just kind of needed a break, and plus losing the weight and feeling leaner again. I mean, I still have a ways to go to tighten up my abs, but yeah, this has gone down a lot. And I had some of my before pictures on my last phone that broke, but my mom just found a place that fixed her, or didn't fix hers, but it got all her stuff off of her phone, and I don't think it was very much. So I'm going to try to do that. But yeah, I'd like to have my before pictures when I was 122 and compare them, especially with where I am now, because I just couldn't believe it was me. I'm like, wow, how did this happen? I know how it happened, but we like when you're flexing. Well, maybe when I get a little bit more toned, I'll do a little bit more flexing. But yeah, it feels so good to just be lighter and leaner, and I feel more fit, and yeah, so the keto, I started that, and it was just like everything against what I had ever learned being a fitness trainer, being a bodybuilder. But I had finally reached, yeah, that's a good feeling. I had finally reached a place where I was ready to do something, and I felt like I needed something different because I kept trying to do what I had known before, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't fitting my lifestyle, because when you're a bodybuilder and that's what you do, you make the time to fix all your food and you make the time to eat, and that's not me anymore. That's not my lifestyle. My lifestyle is my horses. I'm still a fitness trainer, but I opened up myself. I was ready to say, why not give it a try? So I got a book, read that, watched some videos on YouTube, and just started trying. I was amazed at like how satisfied I was, and I don't have to eat all the time. I don't have to eat every 2 to 3 hours. I can only eat twice a day, and sometimes I eat 3 times, sometimes twice. It just depends. But I've learned a whole new thing about intermittent fasting too, and how that works together with that. And it just allows me to, it fits my lifestyle now. I think especially if you have horses and you have a busy schedule, it really helps a lot because, you know, you don't have time to fix all that food and eat every couple hours and stop what you're doing depending on your job or whatever you do. If you're out here working with horses, okay, I started strength training since I was 12 because I have 3 older brothers, and what I did in my youth as I got older. So you have to change things up. That's like so true. And I'm changing things up too because, you know, I like my legs better a little bit smaller with not having the muscle mass. Again, if you go check out Cliff to Coulter, I have some guest posings up that I did. Well, it's not really me. It's just stuff that other people have put up of me at that, you know, back in that time. But yeah, I was pretty big, and having my legs smaller, muscle-wise, I think it's just so much easier for me to ride my horses, you know, so you do have to change things up. You know, if your lifestyle changes, and also, you know, as you get older, things change, your body changes, your goals change. Whenever your goals change, you know, you have to kind of look to see what you're doing and see if what you're doing is fitting where you are. And if it's not, and if it's not working, you have to change things up. And I kept trying to do the same thing. Yes, hormones play a big role too. And I think that's what was happening with me, was my hormones were taking over. I wasn't really working out consistently or hardly at all, and I wasn't eating good. And then when I did try to eat, I'd go back to what I had learned and knew over the years that I know works, but because it wasn't fitting who I was and my lifestyle, I couldn't stick to it. So the trick is to just find something that you like and that you can stick to, because there's a lot of things out there, a lot of ways of eating that work, but if you can't stick to it, it doesn't matter. So I chose the keto, and then again, like I said, / carnivore the last month or so. And I kind of do a combination of the two, but I'm listening to my body too. My main thing is that I just don't really take in carbs. If I do take in carbs, it's like from vegetables, broccoli, spinach, kale, and every once in a while I might have like a rice cake. You know, just if I want just a little something extra, but I don't crave carbs anymore. I don't crave sugar. I've been trying to, the reason I went to carnivore a little bit more so is because I didn't feel like I was getting enough protein with the keto, and I had done it long enough to where I think I had gotten enough fat in my system and was fat adapted that I felt like I could and I got lean enough. But then switching to carnivore, it kind of helped me to get, I think, even just a little bit leaner. So now I just kind of listen to my body and kind of use the two together, and with the intermittent fasting. And I don't try to make my eating window. Back in the day, I never would eat fat, but now we have learned so much about good fats. And now I eat them and have lost body fat. Yep, that's so true. I learned that back when I was competing too, that you do have to have some body fat in order to get leaner. If you don't, your body just kind of like shuts down. Well, it doesn't really shut down, but you kind of hit a plateau. And I learned that getting ready for the USA in '96. And the USA is when I got my pro card. But I learned a lot about myself that way. And I did my diet. I've always done my training all on my own, except for back when I was younger. I never had a trainer, but I had a trainer that would hand out workouts to people, and I would do those every once in a while. But I've always done my own training, my own way of training. And the diet for the USA, I did have people, I had like about 3 different people throughout my 11 years help me, and I did some on my own, some with help. But when I did the USA, I did it all on my own, and that was like the most rewarding thing. Everything just kind of fell together. And is that wind okay? Everything fell together that year, and I got my pro card. And Yeah, but there's paleo. Okay, cool. There's paleo, there's keto, there's carnivore, there's bodybuilding style, whatever you'd call that. Just clean eating. There's vegan, vegetarian. You know, it's like I know somebody that, you know, was doing, I think she does vegan, and she's lost weight, and, you know, her health has improved a lot. That's what she likes. It's what fit her. And, you know, whatever it is that you like and that you can stick to, that's what's going to work, because that's the key, is like finding what you can stick to, whether it's with your fitness or your diet, you know, because you can try it, and if you're not liking it and it's too hard, you're not going to stick to it unless you have a goal. If you have a goal like a bodybuilding contest or something like that, a wedding, a vacation, you know, having that goal does help. Yeah, I didn't try vegan, but I tried vegetarian, like, I think it was back in 2007. I did it for about 5 weeks. I still had eggs, and I had, I don't think I had chicken. I think I just had eggs for my protein, and then, yeah, just vegetables. I did get lean, and I felt really good, but it's just something that I couldn't really stick to for a long period of time. But so far, keto carnivore with just, you know, not taking in the carbs, I don't have cravings, so I don't crave things that I used to. I was like a sugar person, and I don't crave that anymore. I don't think about food. It's like I eat, I get satisfied, and then I'm done. I can go about my day and not have to think about fixing food or eating, you know, making myself eat, or when is it time to eat? When is it time to eat? Because I'm wanting something to eat. You know, it's like I'm satisfied all the time. I eat enough, and I have enough fat in my diet and protein to satisfy me, and just allows me to be able to focus on other things. And again, it's like, so I don't know how many pounds that's down. 22, let's see, I think 112 was, yeah, I could eat carbs too when I was younger, and I think that's why this works so well with me too, is that, yeah, I think reaching a certain age, I think it's harder for your body to use the carbs. So that's why I think this works well. Although I did diet in 2010, I did 4 shows that year after 14 years not competing. I came back 2010, and I worked with, so there was 4 people. I worked with a guy because I wanted to do figure. They didn't have that back in 1996 when I was doing it back then. So by this time they had figure and bikini and all that stuff, physique. So I wanted to do figure, and I'm like, I don't know anything about how to diet for figure. Or really to train. I just started training the way that I normally would. Over that year, my training changed because I learned new things, and I worked with a guy that worked with a lot of pro figure girls, and his way of dieting was different than what I had done, but it did have higher fat in it that I wasn't used to. It had things like peanut butter, avocado, almonds, olive oil sometimes, not all at once, but he did have higher fat intake of good fats, and my carb intake was moderate, so it was probably around 60 grams to 80 grams maybe. And yeah, I felt really good on that too. But the thing with that was I was eating every couple hours. Hey. And yeah, so probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 times a day. But that's all I did. I still had my horses, but I kind of neglected them because I just didn't have time to do anything with them. And then if I did, I just wanted to like rest. I just wanted to be inside. So that was my last year competing, and I think I'm done. I'll never say never, because I said I would never compete again before, and I did. So I don't know if I'll ever come back, but yeah, so I just kind of had to find so that was 2010, it's 2018 now. So over those 8 years, I kind of kept going back to what I knew to get in shape, and I just couldn't stick to it. So again, that's key. You just have to find what you can stick with. And not that any way of eating is easy, because you still have to have discipline, especially like with the keto diet, especially in the beginning, because your body does want the carbs. So with the keto diet, you're trying to make your body move from being a carb burner to a fat burner. And when you're going through that phase of switching over, your body goes through a little bit of a phase where they call it the keto flu, where you can feel dizzy and lightheaded and sick to your stomach a little bit. And there are certain minerals and stuff that you need to make sure that you take in when you're switching over, that kind of helps to for that not to happen. Yes, it's like it's a withdrawal. You're withdrawing from carbs, and like I said, I was like, I love my carbs, and I think most women that I talk to love their carbs, breads, pasta. You're withdrawing from that, and I was never a vegetable person. But that's a different kind of carb. But you're withdrawing from having those to not having those, but instead of not having those, your fat intake is higher. So you can have things like bacon and cheese and sausage and butter. You can use butter, all things that I never had. I never ate bacon or cheese. I never really craved that stuff or liked that stuff, because I was too busy craving carbs. But I have, and I don't know if it's my age, just like my taste buds have changed. Yeah, fat does. Fat has twice as many calories than like carbs or protein, so they make you fuller longer, for a longer period of time, more satiated, so you don't crave anything. Yeah, so you can go longer without being hungry, really. So fat has 9 calories per gram, and carbs and protein have 4. So when you're cutting those carbs out but increasing the fats, your caloric intake is still high. And see, that's the mistake that people do though too, is like they'll cut their carbs but then they won't increase their fat, or they won't increase it enough, and then they get like tired and lethargic and they don't feel satisfied. Then they really want the carbs. So especially in the beginning, you have to like really up that fat intake. Make sure you're getting that fat intake up there. And yes, it stabilizes your blood sugar. You don't have the ups and downs, and you're more just kind of mellow. Yeah, and it feels really good. And also it helps to balance your hormones too. So I just turned 51 a week ago or so, a couple weeks, yeah, I don't know, on the 15th. And I think that that's what was happening to me, along with some other stuff, and then just not knowing what I wanted to do. And I think I was getting depressed by like, I kept going back to what I knew. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so back to what we said earlier is like, sometimes you have to look at the things that aren't working and like change things up. And it's hard to try something new. It's hard to step into the unknown, which keto for me was unknown. And it's hard to step into something that you don't know anything about and like be open to it and have faith that you're going to give it a try and be open to see what happens without being skeptical and doubting. I think those things kind of help slow down things, or even like maybe they're not going to work to the full effect. So I was at a point in my life where I was just like, blah, I didn't feel good, I didn't look good, I was like unhappy and sad that I let myself go. And yeah, it was scary because it totally went against everything that I had ever learned. It's like, mine was, you got to make sure you get enough protein in. That was like the main thing, was the protein. And then moderate carbs and, lower fat. And the keto is high fat, so it's total opposite, with moderate protein and then little to no carbs. Only carbs mainly from like vegetables. So it was just totally different. It was scary, but they say sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before changes happen. I think that's where I was, where it's like, you know what? It's like, I look so bad now. It's like, if I tried it and it screwed me up, I can't look any worse than what I do. So I actually tried it, and I was like pleasantly surprised at like how satisfied I was. But I'm like thinking, how am I going to lose weight doing this? That wasn't my goal though. My goal wasn't doing it to lose weight, because I had read this book, I watched enough videos. I just kept hearing of like the health benefits that you get from keto and then intermittent fasting. And that I don't know if I had a fatty liver, but my lower abs right here were like so big, and other stuff that I've read and stuff that's usually a sign that you have a sluggish liver, your liver isn't working. And keto was one way to help that too. And I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. And I was like surprised how fast the weight came down. It came down pretty fast. So now you have to like keep in mind too, because you're not taking in the carbs. You're losing some water weight because of that, because the carbs will make your body hold just a little bit of water weight. So when you're cutting those out, you will drop bigger amount of weight in the beginning. And then I dropped almost like 7 or 8 pounds in the first couple months probably. And then I got to where I was like at the 10 to 12 pound mark. And then I kind of stayed there for a while. And now this is all without really not working out or doing cardio or anything. It was just changing the way that I was eating. I was feeling better and starting to look better. And just like a month or so ago, maybe a little bit more than a month, I looked into the carnivore diet, because I just felt like my arms had shrunk too much. My skin was like not looking good. So I wanted to see what that was about, the carnivore diet. And it's mainly about animal meats products. So you can have any type of meat: chicken, beef, fish, eggs, and yeah, I did try it for one day like that, and it did feel pretty good. But I've grown to like my cheese sometimes, and I didn't want to really cut out the vegetables too. Sometimes I don't have vegetables, sometimes I do. But now I've just kind of combined the two together, and oh, it looks like it's a little bit blurry. And that's been working really well. So now I've gone from, and I've been paying attention to my intermittent fasting too. So intermittent fasting is the windows of your eating window and your fasting window. And the goal is to get your fasting window bigger, because when you're fasting and you're not taking in anything that's going to spike your insulin level, and you're fasting, your body releases its own growth hormone. And I just learned this the other day. Well, I knew about that, but I just learned this the other day. I have a book on it that I started reading, that the intermittent fasting and going fasting without anything that's going to break that fast, it helps to increase your bone density too. So I'm like, wow, that's like gives you a good reason to, try to make that fasting window bigger. So in the beginning, you might start with like 12 hours and 12 hours. And then as you get more fats in your body and you're more satiated, you don't have to eat as much because you're satisfied, and you can start to close your eating window. And my eating window varies because I don't want to be so strict that I have to like make it the same every time. I have to just kind of go by how I feel, because I start to feel deprived if I'm wanting to eat something and I can't. But there are days where I do take advantage where I'm not really hungry, and I push my window to where I would eat. I push it farther away so it makes my fasting window bigger. And that's really helped a lot. So sometimes I'll go 14 hours fasting. Sometimes I'll go maybe up to 18, 14, 15, 16, 17. I haven't done 18 that many times, but yeah, I'm with that. And I was kind of doing that before, but with the carnivore and taking in a little bit more protein, my weight, I feel like I've gotten leaner. And I just recently started doing some cardio too. I've done cardio like about 3 times, I think, in the last week or week and a half. And, that always helps too. So let's see, 112 would be 10 pounds. So then I'm down like about another 3. So I'm down about 13 or so pounds, close to 14 pounds. And I just feel so much better. And anyway, I think that's about it. My mind is just like, okay. And gosh, we're almost at we're at 52 minutes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and congratulations to you too for doing it for 2 years. It's like I've eaten some carbs in between from April to now, especially in the beginning. I would be like, I don't know if I want to do this, and I go back to not bad carbs, good carbs, but it didn't make me feel good when you go with and your body starts to get used to them. And it's like there were about 3 times in the beginning that I kind of wasn't quite sure, and then once I got over that hump, I got a blood ketone meter, and yeah, I'll put links below this video of the blood ketone meter and the intermittent fasting book, and maybe a link to the first book that I got to. But yeah, once I got my ketone meter, because I was using the strips at first. Yeah, the strips, they're not accurate really, and depending on the brand, they can read different things too. And also, if your body is fat adapted, that's when they become not that accurate. If you're first starting out, they do work and they give you an idea of where you are, and that's what I started with. But then you get to the point where they're not really accurate. But the blood meter, it's like you get a little pricker thing that pricks your finger. You get little lancets, little tiny needles, prick your finger, make the blood come out, and then you put it on the strip and it reads your ketones. And when I first got mine, I was in ketosis. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh wow, what I'm doing is working. And I did that for a while. I went through probably 100 strips, because you get 50 when you first get it, and then I went through 50 more, I think. And that kind of gave me an idea of and I was always in ketosis, so I did a pretty good job of staying in it. And you want above 0.5. Yeah, it kind of makes you feel better about what you're doing, because then you know for sure, because sometimes if you are doing something and you're doubting, is it really working? The scale is dropping, but am I in ketosis? And yeah, when then you're like, okay, yes, what I'm doing is right. And then sometimes I would do things and tests just to see how things affected me. But now with the carnivore, I guess I would probably still be in ketosis. I don't know, but I ran out of the strips, and the the Keto Mojo, I think is the one that I have. That one, the strips are cheaper. It might be maybe the kit $10 more than some of the others, but in the long run, their strips are only like $1 a piece. So it's $50 for 50 basically. Some of the others you're paying $2 or $3 per strip. So I have to look and see. I forget the name of it, but yeah, saves you a lot of money. So I just haven't had an extra $50 to spend on those again. But when I do, I want to test again with what I'm doing now to see, you know, where I'm at. I'm just kind of curious. But I wish they sold them in like smaller, you know, little things instead of 50 at a time. That's the lowest that I've seen. But anyway, I forgot how did I get off on that subject? Anyway, anybody have any questions? And did you guys like this? Give it a thumbs up if you liked this video, if you liked the workout. And I want to try to start doing more of these type of workouts here. Just probably live. Oh, good. Thank you. Probably more live stuff just because, like I said, it's just easier. There's no editing, and yeah, I can just come out and like spur of the moment. I'll probably, like today, I posted it on Life with Horses TV, and I posted on Fit for a Better Ride on Facebook to say that, you know, in about 30 minutes I'm going to go live. So I think that's what I'll do from now on. I'll just post about 30 minutes because it's going to be probably kind of spur of the moment, sporadic, depending on what my schedule is. That way I don't want to say I'm going to make it on this day at this time and then something come up and not be able to do it. So maybe in the beginning for now, I'll just post it on the Facebook pages, Fit for a Better Ride and Life with Horses TV, and just kind of let you guys know that way. And yeah, I'll be curious to see if my legs get sore. You guys, if you did it, comment below. If you're not watching this live, comment below. Let me know if your legs got sore, if you felt it, if you like this type of workout. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so you get notified whenever I make a new video. And I'm going to really try to get back to this channel, and hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys like this, and if you did like it, share it with your friends. And oh, thank you. Okay, flex one more time. Is that what you do? Flex. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye-bye. Oh, shoot. Shoot.